take you back live to the funeral service of Kwaito Stein, member of TKZee Tokollo, Magesh Tshabalala, at the Rhema Church in Randburg.
This whole week, standing here is a little surreal. And I still can't believe it, I still can't imagine. But true to form, till the very last, Tokollo had a way of surprising you, so here we are. In the past week, I've been asked to describe who my brother was, what my favorite memory of him was, what kind of person he was, pick a couple of words to, best suit him. But I had none, because how do you describe a man who was just out of this world, a full-on character, crazy, unpredictable? You can't describe Tokollo, you had to experience him. He was just an experience. But for this day, I guess, and speaking to my siblings and friends and going through the emotions, I've picked some 3 words. The first word is brother. Tokollo took his job as a brother very seriously. He loved everyone. He wanted everyone to feel love. And in our family, things like siblings, cousins, friends don't really apply. Because my parents created an environment where you come home the first time, you're a guest. The second time, they will send you. So you are part of the family now. So being part of the family, being with you all the time was something that Tokollo always wanted to do. Speaking to my siblings as well in terms of what they felt and how they were going through, all of them had one thing in common. Tokollo was always there for them, no matter what situation, whatever the situation was, no matter how many times we fought, because he had a way of annoying you, but he'd be the first one to try and make up with you. And if you were going through something, Tokollo was there for you. If you needed to climb up a tree and shout, he would let you climb up a tree and shout. And he'd join you and tell you to go higher, So he took his job as a brother very seriously. The second one is character, because he was just a character. Everything about him was just weird and exciting, but also comforting at the same time. You were always entertained by him, and even if you were going through a bad time, he had a way of pulling you out of that bad time and making you realize that you could get out of it. Even though he may have been going through something bad, but he'd just be like, nah, let's not be Mickey, we can get through this. For me, the last one is shield. Most of people who know me know that I'm not a talker. I don't like people much, but here I am. And he knew that about me. And he always wanted to protect me from people who expected more from me or to be more like the family members who are go-getters, also characters, but that wasn't me. And he was my shield from that, from our siblings and from the world. And as much as he was a public figure, he never let it affect me. So I was blissfully unaffected by all the publicity and all the hoo-ha that went around him. But when the rumor mills got too bad, he'd always send me a message and say, you know me, and I love you the most. And I'm the type of person, and so was he. We were brutally honest with each other all the time. But when we fought, we fought. When we loved, we loved. We spoke all night and shared true feelings with each other. When I was having a problem or I needed to do something and go speak to my dad, he'd give me some advice, this is what you must do or whatever. And then, you go to your dad with your problems and dad would be like, yazi ne, uTokollo yena akangihluphi. Yes, uyaganga, maka akangihluphi njengani. Akangihluphi. And then I'd have to go back to him and be like, nah, dude, your strategy didn't work. But then in the background, I know he would go to him and my dad and just be like, nah, man, just help, it's okay. My mom and I are also very similar, so we also fight like cats and dogs. And when she doesn't agree with my idea of what life should be, it was Tokollo who would be like, Mom, let her go. Let her do what she needs to do. Standing here in front of you knowing that my shield isn't going to be here, my own piece of armor, is daunting, but I know that he's always with me. And plus, if I did anything funny or start crying, he's in my head and telling me, no, papi, you can't cry, you look ugly when you cry. So I'm trying to maintain myself. I love you, we love you, and I miss you. Thanks.
That's it. Remove. Hello. Hello. Hello.
As we've been doing throughout the morning, dipping in and out of the Tokollo's funeral service there, and his sister Kwaito just giving her sentiments about a brother that's being missed, a brother who's now late, and will continue to take you back in every now and again.